Dr. Aldona Lingertat joins us now via Skype to talk about the online course offerings at St. John's Seminary, the master's program for lay people. Aldona, thanks for being with us once again.
It's great to see you both.
And you have a beautiful Skype there. Are you at home?
I am working from home.
Very good. Very good. Well, it's great to see you, great to hear you. And before we learn about the online courses that just concluded, just between us, can you tell us what Bonnie and Jay and Kevin were like as students, as members actually of the first graduating class of the Master of Arts in Ministry? What were they like? Tell us.
Well, it would take much more than one program, but I will spare you. No. So I'll tell you, they were wonderful. And what you see is what you get. Bonnie is so organized, so enthusiastic, so energetic. She's a born leader. She was a real leader in that class, and she was, I believe, the class president, the communicator for the class. Kevin, always a gentleman. He was always very kind of dedicated, devoted, and just, a wonderful person to have around. Jay has lots of energy. Jay has a lot of competitive spirit, but he is so kind and so thoughtful of everyone. So I think you know that well, because I think that continues in their lives and in their work there at the studio. They are just great. And my family tells me not to tell jokes, and so I will stop there and talking about the three of them. But they were in our first class. So 20 years ago at this point, they would have been registering for classes, starting classes in September, and going full time. The three of them graduated in 2 years, working very hard over 2 years full time. Work and study.
That's impressive. They sound like good students. Aldona, can you tell us about the online course offerings that just concluded this week?
Right. So because of COVID, our last semester had to quickly move to online, and we did it in a blink of an eye. We had all the resources. And so our summer courses were just scheduled to be online. So I think that gave a lot of people opportunities to sign up that, might not have had those opportunities in the past, because driving and commuting does take time. So we had 2 wonderful elective courses in the summer. Dr. Christopher Kloft, who's a university professor at Assumption, used to be college, but now will be university. So he taught Catholic social doctrine, and students loved it. And then Father George Evans, and I assisted him. The two of us taught spirituality for ministry and Catholic leadership. And our class was just fantastic, because both of these classes were seminars where the students had to participate and join in the discussion and reflection. So it's bittersweet when it's over. Yeah.
And of course, these online courses come at the perfect moment because of the pandemic. So can you tell our viewers, and Kelsey and me, about the MTS and the MAM, the MAM degrees that are offered for lay people, because it's a great opportunity, especially now?
Absolutely, and I'm glad you mentioned the Master of Theological Studies, the MTS. So this year I'm directing both the Master of Arts in Ministry and the Master of Theological Studies. They're both great opportunities and great degrees. So a person wanting to know more about their faith and to deepen their knowledge, but also their practice, are invited to, apply to either of these 2 programs. Both of them are for laity, religious, and deacons. So these 2 programs are offered at St. John's Seminary. The the Master of Arts in Ministry started 20 years ago. So this year, the seminary is celebrating 20 years of having laity at the seminary studying and at the graduate level. And Bonnie and Kevin and Jay were in that first class. So it's a great opportunity. The two programs, let me say more about them, offer courses at times that are very convenient for busy people. So you can schedule, our courses are scheduled in evenings and on Saturday mornings. So busy people who have families or work, they can join us in the evening for these classes and Saturday mornings. So if you're in the Master of Arts in Ministry program, you would also have an internship. If you were in the Master of Theological Studies, you would have a colloquium to attend and a project in new evangelization. But I think what's most exciting is that we are not just an intellectual or an academic experience. We also care about and integrate spiritual, human, and pastoral formation. So once a month, our first and second year students gather for Saturday sessions where we pray together. We have a mass, we have workshops in spirituality and human formation. We have breakfast together. We form a community. So we call it whole person formation.
Beautiful. And Aldona, where can people learn more about these programs and classes?
I'm glad you asked. So we have prepared a virtual open house on our website. If it hadn't been for the coronavirus and the social distancing restrictions, we would have had an open house in person. But since we couldn't do that, we taped different graduates, different professors, and we have a virtual open house on the seminary website. So it's sjs.edu, stjohnseminary.edu, that you can find the virtual open house and online registration for the fall. So it's worth looking at and considering. I wanted to say that our students tell us that not only do they learn a lot, but their lives are transformed. And that's very moving when I hear that after all those years and all that work that we put into making this a great program. It's so nice to hear from them that the whole community helped them grow and strengthen their faith and their love of Christ. And it's a life-changing experience.
We know that here at Catholic TV, Aldona, because you got three evangelists in Bonnie, Kevin, and Jay. I'm shocked to hear that Jay has competitive spirit. I never knew that before. So you're always learning things. Thank you so much, Aldona, for being with us. And I do encourage people to take a look at the program at sjs.edu. God bless. Enjoy the rest of the summer, Dr. Lingertat.
Thank you.
Nice to be with you.